from EU. Let's get right to it.
Kings of Europe, kings of Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Middle East and North Africa. And you're right, the fact that we had the Falcons coming here last time in London, they went to the grand finals and they managed to they got double swept all the way through. They did not manage to take out any of the series away from Moist. And BDS in 7 seconds, they are here with one mission and one mission only. Go through into round 3 in that 2-0 spot.
Well, we're just wasting no time here. And
no problem, we're straight into it.
We're just right into the action. And you guys saw how split the desk was. Exotic just going under the ball there on the kickoffs. I had me worried we were still not finding the chill. But yeah, like I didn't know what to predict for here too, because Team BDS only played against Mobula, and I guess doesn't matter. That was a nice warm-up, I guess.
That was a stunning sidewall redirect as well. The warm-up on this stream is gorgeous, and Drali dropping a sidewall redirect perfectly from the corner of his car. In 20 seconds, we've already seen a stunning kickoff goal and an even better sidewall redirect. Team BDS, they don't want to do what they did last time when they came to London, where it was Monkey Moon, the only player on that team that we're currently seeing here in that previous iteration. They went 0-3, 0-3. It was a different format, but they did not win a game after being the #1 seed in all of Europe, which was outrageous. Shouldn't really have happened. They've already done better than last time in this 1-0 round. And yeah, definitely starting off this game #1, making sure that they are putting a statement towards the #1 of Mina.
Oh, almost a pass connecting to TRK, and I'm seeing Drawley defending off the ceiling. Like, Falcons had some close calls. They had a demo, but guess what? There's 2 other players on the field, and one of them happened to be in the net. Team BDS, 2 goals in 1 minute. Don't hate it. Like, we weren't sure just how good they were on day 1 when only facing Team Mobula, and then it was 1-goal games, so who knows? And then Team Falcons went to 5 against SSG, but man, were they on fire. And I'm still waiting for things to heat up a bit here.
So we've got a little bit awkward there for Team BDS in their own back third. They weren't quite able to clear that ball away efficiently, but neither were Falcons able to score whatsoever. Exotic now midfield with the reset. Doesn't dropping down towards Monkey Moon, the only player returning from that previous London visit that they had before. And Monkey Moon has been a stellar player in the latter half of this entire these major qualifiers. He's managed to win 2 with this BDS side. The resurgence from him has been biblical.
Ooh, TRK putting it off to the side, realizing how many cooks were in that kitchen. And look at the full send from Team BDS. But Exotic so close to the box, not getting the close, tight support he was hoping for. But I like that both these teams, known for their aggressive, relentless offense and extremely mechanical teams. I'm excited for how this game is going to develop. It was a very quick strike from Team BDS, but things have slowed down, and then kind of a slow punch there from Monkey Moon, 3-0 for BDS.
I think Monkey Moon expected he was going to be able to get on the end of this. When Ramas goes up, completely misses on the first. Monkey Moon, he's in position to try and get that block away, or rather to get that shot in when the block away did not come in from Ramas. And the fact that he even read the fact that Ramas couldn't quite get there, good for him. Great positioning, great vision. Oh, a wonderful touch into the center though. But halfway through the game, 3-0.
And regional kings on both sides. Team BDS, not a perfect streak. 2 out of the 3 regionals. How could they miss 1? And Falcons, pure domination. A conquest of Mina. But what do they have to say for their region after Twisted Minds got reverse swept? I hate to remind Mina of this, but you got 1 golden goose to still hope for, and it's Team Falcons. Game 1, though, still scoreless for their side.
Yeah, trying to save the blushes of Mina, making sure that they're going to be able to get at least a series win here. Because we were saying in the green room, when's the last time that we've seen a reverse sweep on LAN? It is so incredibly infrequent.
5 minutes ago.
Right, I will take this headset off and I will go home. I live an hour away, I can do that.
You get there in like 2 steps with how tall you are.
All right, less of you.
I'm having too much fun. And so is Killers. Oh my god, what a save from Monkey Moon. And Drawley running out of boost, but still controlling this ball up the wall. Team Falcons are going to allow them to step out just so they can kick them back in, but Falcons, above! Man, Team BDS just almost goes to the ceiling to get past them.
Complete speed, beating out that foreign defender. Rabas again being thwarted at Monkey Moon, not just by a tight challenge, even a 50 bounce going Monkey Moon's way. A good 3-car length. BDS beat him, rather Monkey Moon beat Rabas 2 there. 4-0. Game 1. And Falcons did this previously in the competition as well. When you go back and you look at their first series against SSG, they won that one 7-0. It's not quite that high a scoreline for BDS, but this is how it feels.
Yeah, and you have to go through all these matches today, and you're waiting for your next one. And I don't know what the situation is with the practice computers too. Like, are they warmed up? Are they ready to go? Are they getting in their heads? And are you intimidated going up against EU's #1? It's not like Team Falcons lack any lethality. They've definitely brought it to them. It just hasn't crossed that goal line. And you just gotta blame the wonderful defense out of Team BDS to be 37 seconds away from shutting out Team Falcons in Game 1.
Yeah, by a decent scoreline too. Those 4 are going to be strong. A potential one being earned back by Monkey Moon, clearing it away back into the corner. Killers challenging again with Monkey Moon. That corner still being the site of all of these challenges. And TRK, a little bit of space, creates just a snap of magic.
Yeah, just Exotic trying to come up the side wall, and then there was kind of a scramble.
In 2 lines, yeah.
Yeah. But hey, Team Falcons get 1. 3 more in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
They gotta put in the work. But Team BDS, I don't think they're too worried even off the cameras. I think they were confident against Team Mobula, and they're confident here today, even against a big favorite in this tournament. As Team Falcons will have to think about Game 2, and they'll have a few more extra seconds to do so after that goal.
And I like seeing when any team is ahead, they then don't think, all right, we've already got these 4. We know we're going to win this game because there's 5 seconds left, whatever. Let's just move on to the next one. It's a case of, no, let's keep scoring. It doesn't matter. Relentless. Let's just go. Like, you lose nothing for going. You're more confident. You manage to keep wiping any amount of confidence that Team Falcons may well have going into the next. There was Ahmad scoring the 7th. And the fact that, you can have these teams that do work back and then they can manage to earn their spot in the second game. They can now get Game 1 out their heads. I have no issues with that. It was a 5-1. They move on. But it's on BDS to not let them forget that.
And I like that you mentioned turnaround, because this is what this major feels like for Team BDS, who had maybe, if you want to say, lackluster split 1. And I feel like Monkey Moon, Trolley especially, are in really great form, at least on day 1 of the major, where maybe we were all expecting them to get further than top 8. Was it G2 that they lost to, right? After they won against them in Swiss, like, we have such high expectations for not only Team BDS, but for Falcons as well. And how do Falcons bounce back from Game 1 when it was just 1 goal that they got?
Oh, nearly got the second.
Almost
for themselves.
blessed it, I guess.
Killers just trying to tap it below the crossbar, wasn't able to, but TRK, the sole goal scorer, is going to continue this offensive in the orange side of the pitch. Charlie, 0 boost, wants to push the point on, mostly there, not going for the ball. If he gets the dunk, fine, which he did, but mostly going for that boost and making sure that the final defender can't rotate, get the boost and be comfortable.
Like that pop from the ceiling to buy time for TRK to get into position. Roas with full tank. Trying to get this at TRK, who maybe had a different idea, trying to steal the corner boost from Team BDS and kind of retreated back to the ball in time. Team Falcons, you had to expect really perfect Rocket League from them, especially going up against EU's #1. Oh man, Falcons, they only get better as the series goes on. You saw that against SSG and how well they performed there. So Team BDS really showing us that we should have never had any doubts of them in the first place.
A lovely block into a team pinch. Can't quite find its way in. Monkey will be clearing it away, but TRK doing a lot of work in the midfield, flexing his muscles and keeping that ball nearby. Killers central, finds his twin, a Twinergy, manages to secure Falcons a goal.
And you know how much that meant to them. They are so hyped. Fist bump and then immediately locking in. Even Killer is looking for bumps in the net. Like, the synergy is building up for Team Falcons. And, Team BDS not getting 2 goals in 1 minute definitely helps the spirits.
True.
TRK with a good win off the backboard, but that buys time for Falcons to get some boost. Charlie with the demo that doesn't matter out for the clear that Team Falcons had, and a miss from Roas off the 50. Killers off to try and do his best. So Team BDS winning against 2 defenders really bought themselves some real estate. Exotic has to stretch to get back. That was a bit close.
That was all Killers the entire time, into a dunk, into a sidewall, making sure that he can get that clear away, and then the snapshot, showing the threatening side of all of these Team Falcons players. And with the lead, they can be very happy with it. Roas gets rid of Exotic from the pitch, midfield, sees Killers, finds TRK, goes there. Roas is that side, but he's clearly rotated straight back out again. Still a clever play. Double saves coming from Drali and Exotic. Shot long. High challenge in the midfield. Game making sure that slows down just a touch, with Killers now trying to find the backboard yet again.
And Falcons.
Chances, but yeah, nothing's really coming from it. And I think we're seeing Team BDS just slowing the game down a little bit more, when maybe it has to be a bit more aggression, or rather Team Falcons are slowing the game down in front of them and being a little bit awkward. But Roas now on the floor with TRK.
Ooh.
Roas going for the shot himself in a little bit of support.
Oh, and Killers leaving that to TRK, but BDS have such good field awareness. They know where to bring the ball where Falcons are not.
Oh!
You just can't stop the pain train. The stop is at the back of the net.
The magnetic flip reset barely goes away from his car, gets that second touch, so vital, over the top of Exotic. The play is stunning. There's 90 seconds left, and Team Falcons, game 1 barely mattered to them. They've bounced back dramatically in the second.
2-0. BDS, where was that fire? Where was that domination from game 1? Falcons playing a safer defense, and that midfield is a lot tougher of a fight. Killers with a big beat, but couldn't get the double on target. That's okay, TRK got the corner boost. 2 of BDS running without resources. Falcons need to suffocate them while they find them weak. Falcons come back with boost. Killers buying time, trying to get that pass to Roas, who's going to adjust. Leave it to TRK. Off the ceiling, dropping this into the box, trying to smash it to Monkey Moon. Great support, great pressure out of Falcons. And either way, even if there isn't a goal, it's denying time, denying opportunities from BDS to retaliate.
Roas missing that ball, now falls to TRK. Final 30, up for the double. Nothing can find its way in though. A double commit coming in from 2 of the players from Falcons. And a pinch backwards does leave BDS now chasing these 2. With 25 seconds left, 1 per 12 seconds is going to be needed. Pinch again, awkward Monkey Moon. A lot of time, a lot of space, but the time on the clock is absolutely ticking down. And Team Falcons looking very handily to take this second match.
Now that both teams are getting more and more comfortable, the pace of play has increased, and the Falcons have found their footing. And not just that, but have stopped down Team BDS in game 2 to equalize our series 1-1.
Go into game number 3, even Stevens. 2 more for each of them. It's going to send them into the 2-0 round. But either of them, regardless, are going to be having that not quite preferential seeding, considering that they haven't gone 3-0. But that's all seeding stuff, and it depends on who ends up then going for those 3-0s or 0-3s when we go into the 1-1 or the 2-0.
I'm seeing Falcons grab those corner boosts to just try and set up for the long-term plan to keep Team BDS trapped in their half. But Roas playing mind games with the fakes and off the backboard. TRK can't dump it away, and Exotic to the left side. 50, won by Roas. No boost, he's gonna need help. Killers stepping up. Can't stop Drali, but the ball comes out. Shot taken from the midfield. And Team Falcons have good pressure now. TRK with more boost. He's gonna handle this from here on out. Drali gets a hand up. BDS, they keep their heads above water.
And you also see that 3 players from BDS dive to that final save. And that's going to continue pressure. Because if you get 3 players to jump for something, all 3 are using boost. You destroy their resources. BDS falling prey to that. It's barely been out of their own half. Roas up for 1. The double can't find his way in. Instead, TRK from the shadows pumps it home.
Yeah, you needed that perfect touch from BDS right at this moment. Drali and Monkey Moon just not able to just sandwich TRK to death, where you needed to in that moment before he scored. So Team BDS not able to get Falcons off their back. It's a hot start for Falcons after dropping game 1. What did Team BDS have up their sleeve?
There's a lot of pressure coming in from Falcons, and the counter-attacks that we saw previously, bear in mind the goal that we saw from Drali was just, okay, send it long, and now I can do a sidewall redirect. It was all him, and it caught Falcons off guard. More of that has to be on the menu for BDS, or just try and wrestle back some control of these games. The boost, remarkably low for BDS, and Rawas is going to be sending Drali to... he's going to respawn with a very kind 33.
Yeah. Like, if Team BDS don't get, like, the immediate touch on the ball, you just see Roas flying at it and getting demos. Like...
aggression. We said it
so
at the top of the
aggressive.
series, right?
Yeah.
Pure aggression. These teams love to play aggressively.
Team BDS still need that tying goal, and look how much more difficult it is for them to transition compared to how game 1 went. Team Falcons know they gotta slow them down and then pick things up when they least expect it. And it's still just that scramble to fight for boost. Both teams need to buy time to reset things, because having 2/3 of your team without boost doesn't help. Drali with the flank one in the upper corner. Monkey Ball, the janitor on duty, cleans it up.
Swipes across the net after Drali, a stunning catch, a lot of boost, flicks it wide, and Monkey Moon came from the left-hand side of the pitch all the way to the right to make sure that if that's wide, BDS have a backup plan. And he was him. 2.5 minutes through the game, 2.5 minutes left, 1-1 off the kickoff. It's an immediate shot again from Drali. Rawas to save it away. Exotic first man to it, but it does pinch straight back over towards TRK. Monkey picks up in the midfield, but an awkward one, using quite a lot of boost too. And boost, as we've seen, Lemon is absolutely at a premium in this one.
Yeah, that's what the war is all about on this field, of who can control each other's boosts and how you can really suffocate them in the dunk right in front. Drali gets BDS the lead.
30 seconds since the last, and Drali up high with a dunk on Rawas in a seemingly impossible angle. Manages to sink it. And a beautiful play from BDS gives them the lead.
BDS realizing they have to fight fire with fire. If Roas is just going to come flying at us with demos, then we really got to push the envelope against Falcons when they're still trying to control the ball defensively. You see how much more physical this game got. It's a close call near the post. Monkey Moon without boost has to do his best to bully Falcons back 2-on-1. And Team Falcons handle that so well. Now the clear or exotic Drali falling back. This is Kalir's waiting to see where the destination of this ball is, and Drali has boost. He can cross from one coast to the other, but Falcons will not let this center in front of their net.
Final 90 now, ticking down with Kalir sending it central towards Rawas. Back, TRK, Killers, top corner, removed from existence, and Falcons tie the game up. What a fake from Rawas in the middle, realizing he hasn't got the angle for that. Any touch just relinquish control back to BDS. TRK's got it better, who then sees, well, I can't shoot here, you know who can? Killers on the right wing, sends it home.
I mean, this match has some of the best players in the world, but especially Falcons with the best MENA players, like the most stacked team from their region, finding the equalizer with a minute left. BDS managed to have some fight back. Killers against one in the net. Another shot, another save. Roas putting it into reverse. TRK with the pass, but not on target. As Falcons hope to recover possession. That's when BDS come in with the demos. They pop it up, but lacking boost. BDS gotta do what they can. Exotic and Drali in the 2v2 retaliation.
Brilliant pass ball out of defense. Absolutely superb. Making sure that they're not just sending it long, they're sending it to a teammate. And Exotic has to be credited for the movement up pitch too. Gets the corner 100, goes up long, and gives them an out.
Okay, 23 seconds. Who will get the lead in the series? Go to match point. Both these teams have given everything they've got. Monkey Moon will try to send it away to allow BDS to be composed, but if anything, it invited the opponent to your half, and Falcons have set up camp. A few more seconds. It's about these 50s. Roas will carve through the left side. TRK steps up. Falcons have trust. And how will they believe in each other in this OT?
First overtime in this series between the Titans. Rawas gets rid of Drali. That problem is dealt with. Then tries to get rid of Exotic on his way back as well. Killers above the backboard. But Exotic to clear it quite handily. No player to receive, and so it falls to Monkey Moon. It's the shot from down low, ends up high. Falcons in 15. Rawas does it on his own.
I know this is rock. Okay, I'm not going to say it, but I know this is not an FPS.
Primary stream, but there's also the alternative stream on /RLEsports. That is Vitality versus Gen.G, and Vitality won game number 1, 5-0. They've just kicked off game number 2. It's a minute in now. It's 0-0. So open up that tab. Make sure you keep an eye on that. Is Johnny and Stacks casting over there with a stunner of a series. That's another 1-0 round in our round 2.
Yeah, we can wave to them.
We can wave to them. They're going to completely ignore us, though.
I don't know why.
Because they are so in the zone. No, I cannot face that kind of rejection.
Okay, we got to lock in. We got to lock in themselves. We can Dota wall them back, even though they do not care.
Easy. 30 seconds in. Johnny Boy and Stacks don't matter. Team Falcons hunting for that third game, and TRK trying to hunt for that top corner. Instead, he finds Killers.
It doesn't help that 2/3 of BDS have no boost, and they're probably searching for that, and then that missed touch doesn't help. Monkey Moon putting that thing in reverse. No connection on the ball. Falcons, the first goal yet again.
In the first 40 as well. I feel like we're seeing a lovely amount of link-ups too between these players. TRK foregoing the ball, going for the man, tries to 2-foot him off the pitch. 45 seconds, that one goal being the only so far. Has only happened like 10 seconds ago. Charlie, midfield, trying to just has to move his way back into his own half, has to go via the back boost as well, but gets beaten out by Rawas. Another miss on the back ball, but nobody from Falcons reading that one. Good demo from Charlie. Maybe that is the plan going into game 4.
Yeah, because BDS have to pave their way, put the red carpet down on the midfield, and that is a high ball off the crossbar, and Falcons still trying to replenish that opportunity, but that's gone away. BDS able to collect their boost, and not only that, another goal.
Lovely shot again from Drali. I don't even know who's got Drali in their fantasy, but they're going to be pretty happy with this series from him so far, because so many of BDS's goals have come from the nose of his Fennec. Drawn up with 90 seconds elapsed. Still going to need to win this game, then one more. It'd be lovely to get a game 5 between these two teams.
Yeah, it hasn't been like a crazy lead since Team BDS showed up to play in game 1, and Falcons still needed to warm up because Falcons have taken every game, or game 2 and game 3, every game since then. But Team BDS are trying to connect on these passes to dominate the midfield like they did before, and these demos from Jolly have allowed that to happen. BDS trying to sense weakness, at least in the possession department, see if they can play through that traffic we were talking about. The Falcons have collected boosts, but they haven't had a solid clear to get them out.
We're seeing BDS as well trying to lure Falcons to fight them in the corner and trying to actually get them to then try and dive in as Monkey Moon punts it corner and then immediately follows up. Things like, I can outspeed Falcons. They don't know where this ball's going, but I do. And they don't fall for it at any point. They're making sure they're being patient and then sending it away when they've got a better chance. It's fantastic patient play from Falcons, but midfield relinquishes the ball control straight back over to BDS. TRK with a long pass, only finds Exotic, a flick, but 100 boost used to move it about 3 feet up the pitch is not an efficient use of the golden stuff.
I like Monkey Moon that he's like trying to 1v3, and like if there's anyone on this field that can do it, it's him. It's like 50-50-50 bulldozer. And then BDS can have these offensive layers, but it is so difficult to peel back Falcons off defensively, offensively, whatever side of the coin you want to look at. But Falcons running on so little boost and just trying to get any clear by any second they can to find their breath, to find themselves on the field yet again. BDS started collecting some good pressure, but now going back to collect boosts has given a chance for Falcons to slap back.
This final 90 seconds and our team's drawn again. Exotic tries to get off that sidewall, a very awkward bounce, sends it straight back towards that blue goal. Drali gets rid of the ball, goes for the man. Monkey Moon can't get the double, but Exotic is there. A 3-man play to break the Falcons' back line.
Yeah, well, if BDS, it's okay to mess up once, as long as you find the rebound or, call it a fake, whatever. Go next. You got
But regardless,
the lead. Yeah.
Exotic's there.
Yeah.
That's the important thing,
important
right? Because Monkey Moon, okay, he doesn't get the double, whatever. He then just rotates straight back out, and Exotic's there to sink it. And realistically, everyone on Falcons is looking at Monkey Moon 2 for the double. He was going for it, doesn't matter. You get the goal. And with that 1-goal lead that you've got, Exotic trying to go for 1 and not quite securing the dunk, we're entering the last minute of game number 4 with a BDS lead. A very important BDS lead.
Yeah. And Killer's had a dangerous cross in front of the net. You saw Drawley hunting him down as Falcons have to dribble their way across the midfield, and even then, Drawley with great reads to slow it down, hand it off to Exotic, steps forward for BDS. It's a fight into the corner. It's 45 seconds left, and Monkey Moon will pinch it right off of Roas, though, and it goes to the orange half, where BDS will try to not allow the equalizer to come through. And what a pass! It's too high!
That came off the back of one of the most beautiful fakes I've seen as well. Falcons playing ingeniously, just not quite able to pass the final test. This 20 seconds vital for Falcons. You get this, you get an overtime. 15, TRK up, Killers picks up a mid boost. TRK now low, tries to rotate via that back corner and does get so. 300 boost for Falcons there momentarily, and BDS are running on fumes.
Drawley breaking up that pass was everything. Falcons were building up with full tanks, sending it to the orange half, and BDS may just send them to game 5. Falcons can't get there.
2-0 round. The loser going through to the 1-on-1. Both good places to be, one just marginally better than the other, especially for your chance in terms of seeding as well.
The day will only get longer for you if you lose, but many more chances. You're going up against some steep competition in the 1-0 round, and I feel like it's only gonna get worse too in the 2-0 round. But Falcons with early pressure right off the kickoff, Roas being forced back, and he saw that touch coming out of BDS, and there's a lot of respect for the other side. Meanwhile, BDS have to fight for corner boost, and they have to be aware of that, and that's why maybe they'll let go of ball possession, just to make sure that Falcons don't suffocate them.
It's that immediate pressure too from BDS, pushing deep into the blue half, maybe a little bit too deep as Killers takes a shot on target, but Drawley trailing back is able to receive, can catch, can then work it past halfway line, flicks it high. On the backboard, Roas with a catch of his own. Midfield again from Exotic finds Monkey Moon. That back corner, when it gets sent there from BDS, it has been very fruitful for them. Drawley, an awkward touch on the backboard, but a lovely landing means that he can maintain control and it does not fall back to the Falcons.
Yeah, but Drawley has to use like all his boost to do that, and his second man doesn't have anything, so Falcons will force their way through the back of the net.
That's a 1v1 play in 3v3 that you don't see too often, and Drawley has fallen for it, hook, line, and sinker. He's got 0 boost. He has to dive in and do something, and TRK knows that for a fact and can therefore slow play it, give it a jump, make sure it doesn't sneak past him, and can then just get the rebound straight into the net. Falcons, a lead.
BDS have stabilized now off that kickoff. Offensively, it was such a heavy touch and a clear with someone not playing downfield, so possession conceded to Falcons. At least BDS will contest the midfield and even grab this, and Drawley with her reset got bumped off and it's almost landed in the net. Falcons will wait and see what else BDS have in the tank. Backboard can't be used. Drawley will slam in. Falcons scramble to get as much space as possible. But BDS with midfield control, they're starting to ramp up.
They're ramping up, but they're also playing very close to the ball every single time. It means that when it gets sent long, there's a little bit of downtime, and then Falcons can completely, reassemble themselves, get back into position. Great air dribble over the top from Drawley, challenging midfield. It's TRK and Monkey Moon. Drawley out of a blind spot on Exotic, waits, hopes that Killers doesn't make contact. Unfortunately for him, he does. Falcons maintain this lead.
And with TRK demoed BDS, you thought this 3-on-2 would be even bigger opportunity to find that goal, to find the equalizer. This is Champions Field for a chance to make your Swiss day even shorter. Exotic can't really do much with no boost, and a long pass to Roas, who's still maintaining possession of the ball. having to get a few extra touches, sets it up into the corner right where Monkey Moon is waiting, who flicks it over and gets a double commit going out of Falcons. BDS could sense that maybe they could find a mistake out of Falcons, but nothing yet.
TRK was not ready for that touch in the midfield, and we're seeing BDS get these really annoying touches, being a little bit nonsensical and just keeping any control they can away from Falcons. Monkey Moon with an open net as well. No one back whatsoever. Where did everybody go? Rawas sends it far. Killers, he's in the corner. And Monkey Moon's dunk completely takes him out of the play.
He went to like the opposite side where Killers was, and the rest of the team were sending it very confident in an offense that they could just walk through the midfield. We have a tie game with less than 2 minutes left. This is insane. Exotic, quick shot. TRK gets a hand up. Exotic wants to collide against TRK, and Falcons trying to unbury themselves.
It's awkward again, though, because it's just these pinches going so in favor of BDS, ricocheting around the blue half of the pitch. And it's not left that blue half for a little while now. Rawas has to get a touch, otherwise Exotic is waiting there, lurking. Monkey Moon shoots! TRK to save.
TRK has been so big defensively. How? How have BDS not scored with these incredible passes? Drawley, the drop pass to Monkey Moon, shifted off by a Falcons defender. And Killers setting up his team for success. Not until Drawley gets in the picture. 3 back for Falcons. BDS will have to peel them back. And the next goal could be everything. TRK with the reset. 1v1 against Drawley. Great touch to the side.
You can see what he was planning there, wanting to stay behind the ball the entire play, get another dunk goal. TRK saves Killers there from sending the ball floating in front of his own net. Monkey Moon low on boost, but Falcons don't know that. A pass central, Drawley waits. A low boost for them both, and Exotic, the only man on BDS to have anything in the tank. Killers up high, low himself. Drawley up for that double. TRK midfield with 100.
Oh, good 50 from TRK, though, and that's where Killers just got a couple of pads, and he's trying to build up. Falcons in the orange half have suffocated BDS. 2/3 of BDS don't have boost. They can't really do much with this offense except pull a rabbit out of the hat.
But they're making sure that they're staying close on the play. Rawasta gets rid of Exotic. Drawley there to send it corner bound. The advantage here, to be honest, going towards Falcons despite all the pressure. It's midfield. Drawley there has found a little bit of a mirage in the desert of boost. Team BDS and Falcons, game 5 overtime to go 2-0 in the Swiss.
Yeah, it was good for Drawley to drop that ball, and he goes up high off the kickoff, almost a double fake to Monkey Moon. Exotic up next. BDS wild off the kickoff.
2. The 1-2-3, and he goes straight back to Drawley. Takes the shot, but low on boost. Not enough power on it, really, and ends up going quite low, too. Roas with more than enough to clear this ball away, but flubs it somewhat. Then an awkward backflip. Does stay on target because no one challenges, thinking he's going to have that a lot easier than he made it look.
Oh, wait, this is dangerous. Okay, a send away right to Team Falcons. BDS happy to reset this.
Not a goal!
Exotic with the save! That could have ended OT! Man, these back thirds need to play as safe as possible because these passes on the goal line!
No!
How? There is no way that was saved! Falcons, they smell blood in the water! They're sharks, no longer birds! But Roas, he has 3 boosts, but he wants to slow Team BDS down. And that's where Killers and TRK, they seem stable, not when they're demoed though.
I've still got brain lag from earlier when that somehow didn't find its way in. The defense from BDS does manage to hold it away, but Ras with a very low boost catch into the shot. And Falcons snatch it away from BDS despite the pressure against them. They come out victorious, and gold falls the way of the Middle East.